I know when we look at the Super Bowl halftime show, since we're talking about wealth, I know that one does not get paid to do these shows, but we've heard, a little bit of rumbling about actually paying. When you have somebody like Rihanna, is she likely to be putting any money into this show? I mean, there's got to be some cross-promotional opportunities.
Right. My guess is that she probably isn't directly. We've done this every year where we've kind of looked at, who the Super Bowl performer is, what they're getting from it, the fact that they're not really getting paid anything. And over the years, I mean, that's included everybody from J-Lo to Lady Gaga. And The Weeknd was the only one that, kind of said to us, actually, I'm putting in several million. Most of the time, they're pretty tight-lipped about it. It's usually the, big brand that's
like
sponsoring
it.
So Pepsi did it for years. And this is going to be the first year that Apple Music is paying for it. But, I imagine this is going to be quite a spectacle. So it'll be interesting to see exactly where the money's coming from. Not that they'll ever share it with us, but I'm sure Apple is putting quite a lot of money in. And she certainly has the money if she wanted to or needed to.
Let me ask you a question about why you don't count her music as part of her wealth.
I mean, it's just so small. It's a rounding error.
So
it's not that we don't or wouldn't. It's just kind of too small
so
when you're talking about how big the rest is. And we should probably, again, maybe take it into account. With all of these numbers, we know that she owns 50%. We've been told that. They do not break down what exactly the revenues are. So to be kind of conservative, we don't kind of push it up as far as we could. She could be worth more like 1.5 or, even 2 billion, depending on how aggressive people are about that Fenty Beauty valuation and whether LVMH would ever sell it, which I don't think they would.
It's interesting because it suggests to me that we know many recording artists, Beyonce, everybody, they always have an entrepreneurial component these days.
Yes.
But how much is it rare to get a lot of wealth from the music itself? I mean, obviously you can own the rights.
You can get a lot more.
So she's just come into it more.
It's just she hasn't really produced anything in a number of years.
2016.
2016. I mean, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, these are all women that are on our list of self-made women. It's a list that we started because we were quite frankly, getting tired of just seeing, old white men on our billionaires list. And I said, why don't we start looking, why do we create this 1 billion barrier? Let's start looking at just really successful women and seeing, putting a price tag on it or putting a valuation on it. And that's when we started to dig into, some of these artists. And there are a number of them that are on it. And, they do get it from their earnings and they get it from touring. And I expect both Taylor Swift and Beyonce to continue to move up those ranks. But again, nobody has had the entrepreneurial success that Rihanna has had to this point.